Hello guys, so welcome to the second video. Now, in the first video, I was trying to explain to you guys how you trade Mondays and all you need is a GBPUSD pair and GBPUSD. Okay, so today is Monday, 28th of June, and I really didn't get any trade today, so I just want to explain what happened. I usually trade the London session, right? But for today, I did miss my entry by an hour or two. Okay, so I just want to take out this time and explain to you what happened. Now, okay, here's what you need to understand. Firstly, Mondays, the reason why I trade Mondays is because the market is usually designed in a certain way, right? So Mondays are usually days for GBPs. Now, I discovered this through years of practice, right? So I've discovered that Mondays and Tuesdays, GBP pairs are usually in control and AUD pairs, all right? Now the other pairs are also in control, but the market only took a new direction, let's say from Wednesdays for USD pairs. So for Mondays, I like to trade GBPUSD and GBPUSD to confirm because GBP is in control and it gives me an accurate representation of my M and W patterns. Now, what I'll be covering here, right? I'm just gonna put in the separator so we could easily see what's happening. So separate the days, right? Remember I told you guys, you either use the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes. Now you can use the 5 minutes also. Don't know if I mentioned that. Okay. No. Okay. Go to the 15 minutes and let's see what happened today. And you also don't forget the rules. I told you guys we use IC market because it gives us a better representation of what we're looking for. Now, unlike other brokers, candles are different on each broker, but IC market happens to give me exactly what we need. Now, you don't have to have an account with IC market, just use a demo account if you wish. So let's see what happened today. So you could see the same pattern today, right? But I missed my trade because this move happened way before the London market opened completely. Right? Sorry, I think I'll just use this. Now you can see there wasn't a break on this, but there was for this. Right? Now you can see how it bought right from the right? So you can see I bought right here for about 60 pips, which I missed. I only joined this market today at this point, and there was no setup for me at all. There was no setup for me at that time, right? Usually I trade 9 p.m. my time, which on platform time is usually 11 because the platform time is 2 hours ahead of my time. So I should be in the market at this point every Monday because some Mondays they start 2 hours earlier, which is when the euro opens, right? Not the GBP now. So I think it started 2 hours earlier, which was right here. And I wasn't in the market, so I missed this entry. But if you can see, you can clearly see what happened, right? Right, so you can see there wasn't a cross here, but there wasn't here either. Now, basically on Mondays, that's all you need to do. Check for this pattern, right? So I'm just going to show you the key, I think 4 major patterns for a sell market. Now, if the market has been buying, if it has been buying, okay, I need this color to be black. Okay, let me just use this. Okay, this green view. Let me show you guys something. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So as I was saying, basically, for the market to sell, we're looking for two formations. The first one is either the market will go down this way, a pullback, right, and then a continuation right here, right? This is how a sell is formed, right? Now, the second way is either it goes this way, forms an M pattern for a sell, right, and forms another buy, and this is what most guys call the M pattern, right, and goes this way. Now, this is what happens in a sell market. Basically, just these two format, right? Now, if I verify another format, I'll be able to tell you. Now, you might be asking what these lines are. Basically, they are the same lines I use for my US30 strategy. So it's really nothing to worry about. It's not necessary, but it's useful. If you're not on the US30 strategy group on Facebook, you could just let me know and I'll add you so you understand how to use this, because you could also apply the same strategy here and it works perfectly. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, those were just the patterns we have for this kind of scenarios for a sell market, right? Now I'm going to show you why I took a trade on Wednesday. Just save this. So you guys could easily see what happened on Wednesday, and I was able to know if the market was going to sell. Okay, so this was Friday, this was Thursday after the news, and this was Wednesday, right? So load it up and go back on 23rd. Now basically you could see exactly what I taught you guys. So you can see the M on this, on GBPUSD, the M went this way, right? Came back. Now this is the 50-minute guys, and then went up, right? And immediately it broke. You see how far it has gone, and it's still going. But you can see for this it went up, a pullback. Now this M is not complete. So it still isn't a break of the high, this high, but there was on this. Now this took place on Wednesday, right? And basically what happened was there was crude oil news. So on Wednesdays, you want to take note of crude oil, okay? Any days there are news on crude oil, you want to pay attention to it, okay? So you just go to Forex Factory and you'll be able to filter your USD news, your GPB news, so you know what happens, okay? So as I was saying, so you can easily see this, and it went down, right? It went straight down. So this is how correlation is used to verify. And for some people, basically they wait for price to get here, right? Which is the break of this structure, and your stop loss will usually be a high, right? Now, the reason why I took this trade on a lower time frame, which was the 1 minute, okay, because I saw the same pattern on the 1 minute of the M here breaking and then not breaking here, right? And I was expecting the downtrend because after the news, I was expecting the downtrend, right? So if you go on a higher time frame, you will know GPB is not done selling, but basically you just have to still follow the rules. Now this was Wednesday, this was Monday, which I covered. Okay, so you could see the same pattern. See the same pattern as we were talking about, right? Same thing here. This came down and broke here, and this happened exactly during the London. Okay, so you could see the same M or W pattern, right? But this didn't form M and W, this formed head and shoulder, right? So you can see the head and shoulder here. Same thing here, but there wasn't a break of structure below. So basically what you want to do is look for reversal pattern and continuation patterns, okay? And for this, on Friday, you could, so we could see the other pattern I was talking about that goes this way, a pullback, and then down further, okay? Now, on Fridays, like I said earlier, we don't use GPB SGD to verify our entries. Rather, we use Euro USD. That's for Fridays. Now, it's the same pattern, the same rule, right? As I was saying today, there wasn't a trade for me here, but there was one on AUDUSD, right? So what I'm going to do is just show you guys what happened on AUDUSD. So let's change this up. Let's change this. So same rule, AUDUSD and AUDSGD for Monday. Okay. Okay, and AUDSGD for Mondays. And these are just the rules for Monday. Now, it is the same rule for Fridays, but just different pairs for confirmation, right? For AUDUSD on Fridays, all you need is NZD-USD, okay? And AUDUSD for Fridays. For Mondays, you need AUDUSD and AUDSGD, right? So for today, we'll go back to 15 minutes, or we'll add a 5 minute setup was on 5 minutes, right? So today's setup was on 5 minutes, and zoom out. And the setup happened, right? I forgot to mention. Now, you could only trade 2 sessions, which is the London session and the New York session. Now, this trade happened during the New York session, right? So you can see the movement down, a pullback, and then a continuation, right? So once you see this, all you have to consider is your entry. What you want to look for is your entry, right? So you could easily add NZD-USD to verify if this was a valid trade, right? So you could see there wasn't a trade during the London, because there was a break here, and there was also, was there a break here? There was. So this wasn't something I was willing to risk, but there was a downtrend, up and then down. Now this happens every Monday and every Friday. Like I said, just these 2 patterns for the sell. Okay, just these patterns, right? Now just go back, study these patterns, and you're good to go, right? And they can happen on the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes or the 1 hour. It varies. So you might want to keep your eyes on both time frames, 1 hour, 5 hours. Oh, sorry, I mean 1 hour, 15 minutes, and of course the 5 minutes, right? So using the NZD-USD, we'll be able to see if we would have seen an entry. Like I said, we focus on those 2, but you could also add this to verify, right? So it's good to have the 3 on your chart. This works for Monday and Friday, right? So 5 minutes, and let's see what happened on this. you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. And though today is Monday, USD was in control. It was during the New York session, right? All right, so here we go. Basically, you can see this now. So you can see for the M, there was an M here, which went 1, right? 2, so this is just structures, right? And then went 3, right? So broke and then came down. So you could easily use the break of this low as your entry. But you could see on this pair, there was an M, right? But it wasn't that strong. So you could see the pullback a little. You didn't get to the top, the high of this, and then it broke down. So this is how to confirm if it is okay for you to take your entry at this point. And this was the reason why I was saying I missed my entry on this pair here, which is today, right? Monday. So basically, same rules for Monday as of Fridays. So you can see on Fridays also, you just take this and this, and you could easily check and see what's the breakup structure here. No, about here. Nope. But on SGD, there wasn't either. So perfect day not to trade this pair. Right? So basically, that's just how it works. It's that easy. Though I don't know if there was a break here, but you could see the W pattern, which is for a buy. Anyways, so for a buy, we have this pattern here. Any day is a buy market. We have this pattern here. And for the first one, it's an impulse, a pullback, and a continuation, right? And for a W pattern, we go this way. Pullback. Now break off the low, which can be either on AUDUSD or AUDSGD. Remember, London session and the New York session, and a break up. Okay. So, and this. So basically, these are just the two patterns you're looking for, and you could repeat this on GBPUSD or AUDUSD. For this, these are the checklists you need to check, and this is the only thing you need to know. Now there are some other minor factors I'll be teaching you guys that will help you guys to trade better, to be able to know what other traders are doing, so you could trade against them. I have this rule of trading against 95% of losing traders, so you're always ahead of them, okay? Because if the majority of the market is selling or are selling, which are the retail traders, you want to be on the institutional side, right? Because those guys are going to be buying. So all you have to do is use this format I taught you and look for your entries, right? Usually our entries go this way. You could use whatever pattern you want to get your take profit, right? Whatever pattern you want to get your take profit. It doesn't really matter. Now, subsequently, there will be more videos, more explanation, what have you, right? Like I said, you could use this every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. But I find them easier to work on Monday and Friday. Tuesdays, you could also apply AUDUSD, AUDUSD, same as GBPUSD, GBPUSD. Now, I know you might think you understand what I've said totally, but I want you guys to watch this video a minimum of 3 times, okay? So you'll be able to watch and take notes, and also try to follow. All right, guys, see you guys on the Zoom call or the next video.